entrepreneur. I know a lot of you wondering what to do with your moon pies. Well, I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, or Pinot Grigio. Stuart Reb Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef. I was chef de casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department. For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. 4-time Taste Award finalists, 13-time Nebby Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining. Keep screaming for more. Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
Well, welcome to another edition to the Sip and Chew Show with Mike and Stu on this beautiful Sunday morning.
Are you Mike or Stu?
I'm Sip.
Oh, okay. That must mean I'm Chew.
You're the Chew. So I have people ask me, are you the Sip or the Chew? Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to Sunday morning. Beautiful outside. Just beautiful. And I was listening to the weatherman this morning. He was just talking about, the cooler air coming in, and it keeps getting pushed back. To me, it seems like it keeps getting pushed back. And there's supposed to be some 40s this week.
Oh,
not during the day.
It was supposed to be like 58 tonight.
Yeah.
Well, that rainstorm that pushed through last night is bringing in a cold front.
Yeah, it feels so. I walked out to check on something, and I started feeling raindrops were falling on my head.
Yeah. I did that when I walked Luke this morning. They were falling from the trees. It wasn't actually raining. It was just it rained so much.
It had to come from somewhere.
Yeah. But, did you notice my yard?
You done something?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Mowed some grasses.
I didn't see any goats out there, so I know it wasn't goats in Trim's yard.
Well, I have an electric lawnmower, push mower.
I know you do.
And I will tell you now, all of you gas lawnmower purists, you're goofy. I had this guy on Facebook just rail on me. Yeah, it's great now, but wait, do you have to fix it? See how much it's going to cost. Well, if it costs that much, I'll just buy a new one, just like I do with a gas mower.
Well, I enjoy mine.
Just so you know, I bought a high-end gas mower when I first moved there. It worked once cutting the yard, and I got
your yard,
right, which is 2 acres with a push mower. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it cut the yard one time and died, and I've got to get it worked on. I bought an electric mower for $200 less than I paid for the gas mower. I've cut that entire yard 3 years in a row, and I've never had a problem.
Well, I've got a
The upkeep is on a electric lawnmower. Charge the battery.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all you got to do. As long as Steve's choking, so he's going to throw another cashew down his throat.
Yeah, something dry. Here, have this Popeye's biscuit. Listen, I'm going to get it right in a minute. Electric lawnmower. Love it.
Awesome.
The only problem I have is I need a battery charger that will hold 2 batteries at the same time.
My lawnmower holds 2 batteries at the same time.
My lawnmower does, but my charger doesn't.
Yeah.
So I've got to charge one overnight, and then got to charge
overnight. Mine takes 45 minutes to charge.
Not mine. Mine takes overnight. And so if I had a dual charger, now I can order the dual charger, but it has to come with batteries too. Yeah. And so I went to
a Tractor Supply and bought their brand.
That's still almost $400.
Yeah. I can get another battery for like $165.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a second battery, I could cut all day long.
You ever noticed it's the same thing with razors? Why is it you got to go in and pay $15 for razors? Just the razors.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go over here and get 2 razor blades with a new handle for $7.
I will tell you why. It's a scam. I will tell every man out there that shaves right now, you know the old-fashioned razors that have a blade edge on each side, and you unscrew it, put it on?
Yeah.
You pay $1 for 10 razor blades.
Right.
It's a single blade cut that cuts as close as any of those fancy razors. That's what I've used for the last 7 or 8 years.
And
I have spent $4. I have a skull.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Do you have one of the old-timey medicine cabinets that you open the mirror and there's a little slot up there and you drop your
No,
blades.
no, I have a new high-tech,
I've never even seen, I didn't, what?
yeah, they used to have a little clip up there just to hold the razor. I've seen it. I've had a whole
It's a little slot.
So I had it.
Little slot, and when you get through to dispose your blade, you just drop it in that slot.
Oh, no, I'm not talking. I was talking about having two little metal clips up there that the handle of the razor blade.
I
just
was
snaps
6
into.
days old when I found out. I didn't really know.
But then I tore down what I bought on an old home that had that. When we tore off the plaster wall and everything, there were razor blades
Down in the
rusted,
wall.
piled up in there.
On that same subject, I had an apartment once in Chickasaw, Alabama,
So
at a place that we affectionately called Ghetto Lane Apartments. The drug dealers would shoot out the lights in the parking lot so that they could be in the shade when they were dealing. When I moved in, it got a new company came in, bought it, tried to turn it into luxury homes, to which everyone said, "Really, in Chickasaw?"
Hey, good luck.
And they priced themselves out of business. They kicked out. I was with the last group of people who lived there. They refused to renew anybody's lease because they were convinced they were going to go from getting $400 a month for these apartments to $4,000 a month for these apartments. Now it's back to being a ghetto lane again.
Anyway,
But they had a wall. I had a hole in my wall next to my sink.
who were you looking at?
No, it went into it just, it was a 2-bedroom apartment. And there was a hole right there next to it. And for years, I tried to get them to fix it. And I finally decided I don't need a trash can in here anymore. Every empty toilet roll, everything. I just filled up that wall with. They weren't going to fix the hole.
Insulation.
Yeah, really was. I couldn't use one of the bedrooms because the upstairs bathroom leaked into that bedroom. And for 4 years, they didn't bother with it until I finally
How
showed them the
much did
toxic
you
money.
pay a month?
$400 a month for a 2-bedroom.
well, there you go.
Next thing is why?
And you got to insulate your own
Because
walls.
that's what I can afford.
I get it.
You got to insulate your own walls.
Yeah.
Wow.
But when they did refurbish stuff, they had these little, it was very cool. They were cottages that were built onto the side of the apartment building. So you shared 36 inches of wall with anyone else. The rest of it was like having a little cabin. They moved me into one of those for $750 a month while the refurbishing was still going on, 1 bedroom. That was very nice. But like I said, when everybody's lease ended, they just didn't renew anybody's lease.
So I have a question, totally off the subject.
Yeah.
Where's the baklava? Why didn't?
It's there.
It's a Greek fest. It's there at St. Anne's Church.
It doesn't travel well.
Oh, please.
Oh, come on.
It
That's
doesn't.
about 6 or 7 months old, Mike. They make it in the summertime and freeze.
It doesn't travel well.
It doesn't travel well in
Really?
his vehicle.
It doesn't. Yeah, my vehicle won't travel well.
Yeah. Yeah, every time it gets in his vehicle, it just disappears.
It gets in
just
my other
disintegrates.
vehicle.
Yeah,
My
it gets
human,
broken down
my
by
human
smoke gas.
vehicle.
Wow. Okay, so then I have something here that I thought would be interesting this morning that was in the back break room. And Belmont, it's the Farms Collection. They have sea salt Virginia peanuts and chili lime peanuts.
Yeah.
Now, talking to you, Stu, before
Yeah,
the show,
Steve got an education earlier.
yeah,
Peanuts
are not
are
nuts.
not nuts. They are peas. That when
Well,
you
they're
dry
not
them
the
and
pea
roast
family.
them, they have the texture of nuts,
Huge.
which is why they call, yes, they are a legume. Peanut allergy and nut allergy are 2 different allergies. Just because you have one does not mean you have the other.
So
But
how
it
do you
is
determine that?
possible and not unheard of to have both allergies.
Huh.
But peanut allergy and nut
I didn't-
allergy, you can eat peanuts, but that doesn't mean you can eat almonds.
I didn't
You
realize
can eat
that.
almonds, doesn't mean you can eat peanuts.
And the difference is because one is going in the ground and one is hanging, right?
Well, they're just 2 different plants altogether.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But most,
A nut is the
It's hanging.
seed of a tree,
right.
whereas peas are part of a pod that are seeds for
Grown out of
whatever
the
the
ground.
plant is.
Did you know that, Mike?
Did not. I've just learned something to do.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I work Baldwin County a lot, and
They grow
There's a lot of
huge
nuts over
peanuts over there.
They
Those
are-
colossal peanuts over there.
they are turning the soil up over there as we speak because they come in and I don't know what kind of type of equipment they use, but it turns the plant upside down where the peanuts are,
A till.
shining in the sun.
A till.
And then another truck comes along and,
Harvest.
they harvest the nuts right off the plant as they're turned upside down. And then they come in there get all that stuff out and clean up, get ready for the next crop.
More stories from Laurel, Mississippi when we return. 251-343-0106.
Banjos are ringing and the dog is singing down on Mobile Bay. All the lights are shining and my heart is pining for the southeast day. My sweetheart is waiting, feeling fascinating. Well,
LCM offers financing for everyone with buy here, pay here, traditional bank and credit union financing.
Yeah, it's just this classification is based on the growth as peanuts develop underground in pots.
Finance it right there.
And tree nuts
LCM in
hang.
Theodore on Highway 90 at Plantation Road. Mobile's such a
There you
great
go.
place. I've
Like
had such
walnuts
great
and all.
memories growing up here. I didn't grow up here, but
Yeah, when
I'm
you
sure
said there's
you
some
have
nuts
some
over
great
ball
memories
together
too.
yesterday.
Hey, do you remember when we had the Mystics? I don't remember when we had the Bay Bears. I even remember the Bay Sharks.
Yes, there are.
Hey, do you remember
There's
when
not gonna be any crop field up there.
Lots of that's out where you live
Do you
too.
remember when there wasn't so
There's
much
not
traffic
gonna be
on
a
the
lot of
Bayway?
crops in Baldwin
No.
County anymore. They're
Remember when
building,
the
they
dude
have
dropped hot dog was less than
314
$1, of
neighborhoods
course. I also
under
remember when you could
development.
get a newspaper
Crazy.
every day for 50 cents.
Yeah, the agricultural scene over there is changing real quick.
What are you talking about? There's no daily newspaper anymore. Sure there is. Lanyap Daily. It's online.
One of the surviving the most over there are the turf farms.
It's only
Yeah.
30 cents a
They're
day.
doing good.
So you
Yeah.
read Lanyap Daily?
Well,
Absolutely.
you gotta grow that
There's
grass.
tons of local news there every day.
And
Where do you think
the,
I heard
what is
about
it?
the monkey?
There's a lot of Mount
You're gonna have to
Sims,
remember to sign up for Lanyap Daily. Lanyap Daily.
I don't know what they're
Stories that
officially
shake our
called,
city
but
every day.
plants and-
Lanyap Daily. More than
You know,
something
they grow-
extra from Mobile Bay.
What do they
Medicare
call
can
them
be
damn
confusing, but thankfully
All
you're
the
alone.
garden
At Blue Cross
type
and Blue Shield of
places that are out in
Alabama,
Sims.
our team of local advisors
Nurseries,
will help
nurseries.
you find a Medicare Advantage
Huh?
plan that
Nurseries.
works best for you.
They got that in
All-in-one
Loxley
Blue
too.
Advantage PPO
Brain
plan
is kind of like,
that's designed to protect your
He's
health.
saying all the
with every
nurseries out in
season.
Sims.
Visit
You should have seen it in the 80s. With nothing but nurseries.
BSAL.com/local
Really?
or call
Uh, Sims is the 15th fastest
1-855-978-5210.
growing
Blue Advantage is
community
the
in the
PPO with a
state.
Medicare contract. Enrollment in Blue Advantage
5,800
PPO
people.
depends on
There
contract
were
renewal.
1,800 people
For
there
more
when I
than
was in high
50
school.
years, Mobile Bay Magazine has
One.
shown us the history, style, arts, dining, and
Everyone else
entertainment
was
that defines
I'm gonna send
excellence
this
on
to
both
Kevin.
sides of Mobile
See.
Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Alabama culture, beautifully captured and told through engaging articles and stunning photography. When you subscribe to Mobile Bay Magazine, you'll be swept into the pages where recipes, familiar places and faces, and untold stories abound. Start your journey today by visiting mobilebaymag.com.
Big Tennessee,
That's
big Florida fan.
mobilebaymag.com.
Who's Kevin?
365, 24/7. You'll find road and
But
utility
obviously
crews,
lives right there
truck,
by-
law enforcement, and first responders
My
working along
Tennessee used to live
Alabama's
right,
road.
right across the,
improvements.
they had a duplex kind of thing in downtown, old downtown. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I have to show you pictures. It's beautiful.
Alabama's move over law
Check that out,
requires
man,
you to move
beautiful.
over the lane when you see flashing lights on the roadside. And if you can't safely move over, please slow down.
Visit DriveSafeAlabama.org, brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Log in now for streaming shows, post bios, on-demand forecasts, local, national, and global news, plus interactive polls and blogs. Get all of it online now at fmtalk1065.com. For more than a decade, they are the dynamic duo of dining. Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
So, Stu,
That's me.
what were we talking about?
Legumes.
Legumes, peas, and
Have you tried these yet? I mean,
No,
I've never
you're
had a
hoarding
crisp. No. Take a lid off that bad boy.
Let your diverticulitis take that for a spin.
They are the crispiest. I have never had a
Really?
crispier peanut.
Like, this is a chance for you to experience a premium peanut.
Yes, that's a nice word. Premium.
Let's see what we
Really,
got here.
really good.
Oh, yeah. Get that crunch, sir.
And look, man, yes, it's just they just
It looks like there's a touch of garlic mixed in there, which all
Maybe.
nuts should have when they're roasted with salt.
but they're
Pecans.
really good.
This one says chili lime seasoning too.
Yep. I don't know.
So is that one
if it's
different,
sweet.
or is it just
Yeah,
a different-
it's sea salt, but
Oh, that's the sea salt.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting the
Yeah.
chili lime on that.
yeah, it's just chili lime. But the
I
sea
went
salt
to
is
Belmont.
I like the dust on there.
That's really good too.
Man. This was not
Problem
paid
with these
advertisement
nuts
by
is now
anybody else.
Mike's gonna want a Miller High Life. Frankly.
But those are the type
Always
of
want
nuts,
a Miller.
man, they're really, really good.
Jargon.
You eat enough of those though, man.
This is Belmont, the Farms Collection. Premium Virginia peanuts.
A little bit more research on, but I don't know who brought those in, but they were in the back sometime earlier this week.
Yeah, actually says from Portland, Virginia too, because a lot of times you'll see premium Massachusetts peaches, and then you look on there, product of Mexico.
Right?
One
New York.
one
You know,
total
that kind of-
gram of sugar in this one.
That's not bad. That's good.
Oh, that's actually great. Same here.
Healthy
Yeah,
nuts.
that's gonna be natural sugar.
Obviously, you get a nut allergy.
Yeah, there's no sugar added whatsoever.
We just talked, Steve. It's
I
a
know.
Peanut allergy.
And it's a peanut allergy, but I'm just saying, some folks don't know the difference. So you gotta overview everything for something.
If you're not sure, avoid them both,
There you go.
unless a doctor tests you and tells you otherwise.
If you don't think you're gonna make it, don't eat
I
it.
mean, because both allergies are highly dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the,
Yeah.
when your throat constricts?
Asphyxiation.
Yeah, you just choke right
It's
off.
a genuine anaphylactic reaction.
That's it.
One of the problems that you face in the restaurant industry is people think that because they don't like something, that they can just say, I have an allergy to that.
Mhm.
And
Like gluten.
no, I'm talking stupid stuff like onions.
Oh, really?
There was actually a customer one time who ordered fettuccine Alfredo with angel hair because they were allergic to fettuccine.
Huh.
Folks, all pasta tastes exactly the same. The only reason there are different shapes is because different sauces will hold on to the shapes better. Alfredo sauce will not stick to angel hair pasta. If you get fettuccine Alfredo and you have them substitute angel hair, you will eat plain angel hair pasta and have a pool of Alfredo in the bottom of the bowl.
That explains some things.
Now, let me ask you, when
Red sauce
it's
goes
a
really
good conversation right here, because I like to bake bolognese.
Mhm.
Love bolognese.
meat sauce.
Meat sauce, yeah. And I will use the shell that
Yeah.
looks like a seashell.
Like manicotti, seashells, yeah.
Look like a seashell because they'll cup the sauce in them.
Mhm.
They'll
That's a
fill in the
macaroni.
cracks. Man, that is awesome.
Seashells are macaroni.
Well, that manicotti. essentially,
That's also macaroni.
Yeah.
Macaroni is not elbow shaped.
No.
Elbow is a type of macaroni. I have a little experience when it comes to macaroni. Macaroni are pastas that have cups or hollow in the center. You had bucatini. We went somewhere and they served bucatini.
Like the tube.
Yeah.
Like the tube.
Yeah, bucatini looks like spaghetti, but there's a hole running all the way through it in the middle. It's a little larger in diameter too.
How do they do that?
Practice. But
A very steady hand.
bucatini is a macaroni.
Yeah.
If it cups, if it's hollow, but macaroni, its purpose is to collect all the sauce, exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Now, it's also important to note that in Italy, they do not eat pasta with very much sauce at all. They want the pasta, not the sauce.
Mhm.
What we put in our mouth in a bite is what they want on the whole pasta dish. Should be barely coated with any sauce.
Really?
The highlight is the pasta. We don't have the fresh pasta everywhere like they do in Italy. We have dried pasta.
Mhm.
So you really don't get that same effect you do with a freshly made. I roll it and I immediately put it in the oil, boil it, and put it on your
I
plate.
was just going to ask.
Yeah.
The oil's key in it.
Well, there's no oil, it's water. You just boil
Well,
it.
you just said, well, I'm just saying when they put it into, like when you go to Carrabba's, for example, you get the oil and then they put the seasoning.
You're talking
But I
about
mean,
sauce wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
just the
in
sauce
America,
wise,
that's
but I mean-
what's important.
Well, what I'm saying overall in Italy, you were saying that they go for the pasta, not the sauce.
Right.
Is it because of the oil?
There's usually not any oil.
Oh,
at all.
I watch a lot of
It's-
videos on, where they'll do, and you see the difference between America and Italy, how they do their pasta dishes. Italy, that's only 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
That simple. Parmesan cheese,
Mm-hmm.
butter, pasta.
That's
Just
real
that
Alfredo. Alfredo in Italy is 2 ingredients: butter and Parmesan cheese.
And I'll do that, and I'll put basil and the little grape tomatoes in them.
Yeah.
And just, it gives it all the flavor I need. I don't need meat. I don't
You know, a
need sauce.
traditional Caesar salad does not have anything but lettuce, Caesar dressing, and croutons. But I love cherry tomatoes in the Caesar salad. Yeah. I love Caesar salad. You and I both. In fact, talked to Joe Brazil yesterday. You remember Big Joe?
Yeah.
For me. In some kind of competition, got to do everything on the smoker. Said, do grilled romaine.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, huh? And I told him how to do it. And he goes, can I do it on a smoker? And I said, can you cook directly over the direct heat of your firebox? He goes, yeah.
There you
No
go.
problem. And then I suggested he do with that a hanger steak topped with a mixture of boursin cheese and crab meat.
Ooh.
And I said, and since you got a smoker, try smoking the potatoes about 3/4 of the way and see what happens when you then cut them up into fries and fry them to finish them. So he's going to let me know how. I said, now that's just a thought experiment. I've never tried. And how long do you have to smoke the potatoes to get all of this to work so that you actually get a smoke flavor too? There's a lot of trial and error with that particular thing. But that is how I think, and a lot of chefs think. What if?
What if?
Yeah.
I like grilled romaine.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep.
Heat it up, get a little char
Yeah.
on the edge of the leaf.
Yes. What you do is you take the whole head
Mm-hmm.
and you put it on your grill.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And as soon as you get the little black marks where the grill grates are, you rotate
Turn
it until you get the marks all the way around. And that's it. You're done.
I used to
You're
cut
not
mine
wilting
right down the
the
middle,
whole- yeah.
in half, and it's
Yeah.
Well,
And that's how you
olive
do
oil.
like a Belgian endive, which looks like romaine, but it's about 4 to 5 inches long. It's a burgundy color with white trim.
Mhm.
Split that in half in a pan, a little olive oil, put it face down where you cut it until it is nice and charred, like you would say fried Brussels sprouts, because it's in that same vein.
Mhm.
Then flip it over, get a little char on the other side, hit that with a little balsamic vinegar. My gosh, that is good. Belgian endive cooked in a pan, charred like that.
So my question is, this is a vegetable that you're roasting. Essentially, what's the difference? He's going for the peanuts again, so they must be.
That he didn't care for.
keep talking. Don't pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
So what's the difference in flavor change?
You are bringing out the natural sugars that are in any plant. Every plant has natural sugars.
Okay.
Every animal has natural sugars in it. You are bringing it to the surface and then caramelizing it. And caramelization provides so much flavor. A
That
really good
explains, like,
steak.
you do caramelization of
Yeah.
onions. Okay.
Right. Well, think of a really good steak. Has that really good crust on the outside.
Right.
What have you done? You have caramelized the flesh on the outside of that
Sweeten
steak.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've taken when you actually add a little bitterness when you caramelize too, just like with regular caramel, because you are
Sweet
kind
and
of
sour,
burning.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sweet and bitter, but it's just
Sweet
a
and bitter.
hint of bitterness, not like an IPA or something that
Right.
smacks you in the face. It's just a hint of it. People have said for years that what made the difference in man thinking was we started cooking our meat, and that's not true. What made us start thinking, our brains developed, was we started cooking vegetables. Most vegetables do you no good raw. One of the big trends in the early 2000s was the raw diet, and people were suffering from malnutrition on it. Mushrooms have to be cooked to unlock the nutritional value, plus we'll talk about it on the other side. Spinach is another one, broccoli, another one, need to be cooked. 251-343-0106.
Good job.
These right here, I'm impressed. Yeah, those suckers are addicting.
Yeah, and that's a very subtle chili line. I've had someone really hit you.
It's subtle.
Yeah. So that's because I thought it was just garlic at first, and then the chili lime.
KRG News
Chili and lime is
you
a
by
phenomenal.
Even like if I said
Stop termites and pests.
their old
before they
house.
attack. Schedule a free pest inspection today.
Who's?
Call
Karen and-
888-GO-ARROW
Oh, okay.
or visit
Yeah.
arrowexterminators.com.
Real, I mean, this
FM
is just
Talk
absolutely gorgeous.
1065, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority.
We're in
and
downtown
Dr. Bill
Knoxville.
Williams.
They were living right there on the, basically on the river where the two stories were.
Becoming sunny this afternoon.
afternoon.
High temperatures will be in the lower 80s.
That, this
Clear
was,
cool, lows in the
I don't know, I just loved that.
Sunny
It
and
was
pleasant.
just beautiful.
Yeah.
They really did a great job.
Meteorologist Dr. Bill Williams for FM Talk.
But he was at that point getting ready, I think
FM Talk
he was getting ready to
1065,
retire from
the Gulf Coast Weather Authority. A great selection of handguns, long guns,
Talk
accessories,
fair
and
hug.
gear. That's what you'll
Yeah.
find at Sabertooth Arms of Mobile, a local veteran firearms store close to downtown, on Government Street, and online at SabertoothArms.com. 12 months same as cash. Sabertooth Arms.
You owe over $10,000 in back taxes.
Yes,
You've
be
called every tax
upstairs.
firm out there. They all say the
Must be two
same
Kevins
thing,
then.
making promises
Huh?
they never keep, and you're
I'm
sick
talking
of
about
it.
Kevin
What you
Clemens,
really need
Karen's
is
brother.
a new start on
Oh.
your back taxes. If you're faced with garnishments,
Because I met her husband,
on
they were in
for years
Tennessee.
of
Yeah.
unfiled tax returns,
No, that's what I was
time
thinking.
for
Kevin, I don't
the
know.
new start you deserve. Call
Leon's doing one other.
1-800-266-1432.
No, Kevin
New
was
Start
out here in
program will
Monroeville.
stop collection efforts.
He was the one who lived in
Any
Monroeville.
leads
He lives in
the IRS
Foley
has in
now.
place and
Does he
help
live in
you
Foley?
reduce your
He
back
was
taxes
computer
by as
for
much
a
as
long time.
80%.
Yeah, no,
That's right,
I met Kevin. We went up
80%.
to their house in
Wait until
Monroeville.
another tax season
did a
ends
Christmas.
and
My
another year
mom
of
came
penalties
down
and
that
interest
year.
are added to your balance. If you
It
owe
was
at
nice.
least $10,000 to the IRS,
Yeah, we don't even go to
new
the second
start
grade.
on your back taxes. Call 1-800-266-1432. That's
Yeah,
1-800-266-1432.
Leon was
Let
the out-
professionals
is the
at
outcast,
Coast
so.
One Financial Group
That's
fight
right.
to get you the new
The
start.
black
you
sheep, as it
deserve.
were.
Again, that's
The
1-800-266-1432.
Tuesday
Speaking
lunch
of
and
good
learn at Cumberland
meals.
Street Presbyterian Church presents the lunch at noon.
That was what we had up there that time.
Well,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Steak,
man.
asparagus, and smothered.
Karen was,
program is the Mobile Airport Authority. And
Well,
on
Mike
October
knows this.
28th, the speaker will
I
be
talked with Mike
Michael
at Coleman this week.
CEO and president of Feeding the
Michael
Gulf
Coleman.
Coast. Lunch
He is
$10
Big Mike,
and includes
Big Mike
drinks and
Steak.
dessert.
oh, okay.
Parking is
About
free at
coming on board with
Street
Melvin and Sims in
Presbyterian
March
Church,
is the
300
target date.
Government Street, Mobile.
Just the way the world happens, you're probably
Inviting you
looking
to join me, Coach
either
Rick
July
Cleveland,
or
and
later.
Coach Mark
Yeah.
Glassberg.
They're not
For the
saying
Thompson
that.
Tractors
I
Prep Sports
I've been
Report.
through
We'll
opening
be
places
coming
that I
to you
look
live
at
from the
several
Eastern
times.
Shore Toyota
They're the ones that
Studio.
open up since.
2 hours
Yeah,
beginning at 8
the
a.m.
hourly
every
shopping.
Saturday morning.
They're also open in
Coaches,
Winnipeg.
athletes, administrators,
I
and
don't know
more.
if it is
We'll keep
ahead
you up
of
to date
Sims
on
or
all
not.
things prep
They
along the
also
Gulf
might
Coast and the state of
own Lost
Alabama.
Pizza.
Wake up with the Prep Sports Report team
That's their
this
city.
Saturday
Oh,
morning
okay.
starting at 8 a.m. right here
Here we
on
go.
FM Talk 106.5.
You can get on the line,
Steak
call
and eggs.
343-06.
Before we broke on the break, which is what you do at a break, you break.
I must give them break all the time. Broke all the time.
Every day of your life. But,
Cooking vegetables.
yeah, talk about cooking vegetables, how important it was. A lot of vegetables, you don't release their nutritional value until you cook them. And I was talking about mushrooms. Mushrooms have an amino acid that blocks the body's ability to absorb the nutrients from the mushroom. And you have to cook it to break that acid down, that amino acid down. Spinach has that same amino acid, but tons more of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not cook spinach, it not only you will not miss all the nutrients in the spinach, but it also blocks 85% of the nutrients of everything else you eat with that spinach.
Really?
Yes, spinach must be cooked. Spinach salads are not healthy
That's why it's just about
because
that.
Mhm.
you don't get any nutritional value from it. You just get
It's
fiber.
just the raw, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay.
Now you can break that with the addition of acid, which will also break that down.
Isn't that the job of the dressing then?
The
Okay.
vinegar, yeah. Ranch dressing doesn't have vinegar. Therefore, it doesn't belong with vegetables. Blue cheese is the only dressing that's not oil and vinegar based that I think belongs on a salad. Thousand Island's not a dressing. It is a seafood dip. It always has been. It was invented to dip seafood in. That's,
Okay.
I mean, it's literally Thousand Island is not a dressing.
Might
It's
as well just
Thousand
put some
Island
yum
seafood
yum
dip.
sauce on the leaf.
Well, one of the hamburger chains uses Thousand Island on their
Burger, yeah, McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's their secret sauce. And we all went, nah, that's Thousand Island.
If they worked for them, how many millions did they
It
sell?
makes a good burger sauce too, Thousand Island, because it's mayonnaise, ketchup, and pickle.
It's a-
Yeah, that's not
Aioli.
dressing for a salad, y'all. Mayonnaise and ketchup on lettuce is not a healthy meal. Ranch dressing is mayonnaise and buttermilk and salt and pepper. And sure, there's dill in there. It has some flavor. Who cares? But that is not something you put on. If it's creamy, it's not healthy. salad wise.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
wait a minute. No, it's cucumber salad. My whole mind
Yeah.
is going around cucumber
Yeah,
salad.
but I'm saying you're damaging the point. Now, if you eat salad because you like salad, you don't care if it's healthy. Forget everything I'm saying. Do what you want.
Right, right.
But if your goal in eating salad is to eat healthier, you must eat vinaigrette. Now, the good thing is there are probably 1,000 different types of vinaigrette.
Because they get vinegar itself.
Because there are 1,000. In fact, one vinaigrette doesn't actually have any vinegar in it. You make it with olive oil and lime juice. It comes from the Mediterranean. It's delicious. A nice little Mediterranean. Your acid in this case, because a vinaigrette is a 3 parts oil, 1 part acid. That's a vinaigrette. So if you've ever wondered how to make oil and vinegar dressing, that's your ratio. It's 3 parts oil, 1 part vinegar. You can use lemon juice for your vinegar, but you use cider vinegar, you just made a Greek salad. You use red wine vinegar, you just made a romaine salad. You use balsamic vinegar, you made a very Italian salad. Vinegar, and like Sean Brock, who created Husk Restaurant, Charleston, Nashville, phenomenal chef. I admire him greatly. Built a laboratory in Charleston just to invent new vinegars. And they had invented over 200 vinegars.
Wow.
That they would use for one dish because it's one of those restaurants. And just play with it. Sean Brock's also the guy, I think I told Mike about this, who asked his chicken distributor, on this boneless, skinless chicken breast, what do y'all do with the skin? And they said, we sell it to dog and cat food makers, and that's what goes into the chicken flavor that's in dog food and cat food. You boil it, and you can make, it'll add to your stocks and your broth and all that.
Okay.
Sean said, can I just buy it from you fresh? Sure. Sean took it, scraped it down real good, dried it out, roasted it in the oven, got it crisp. Then when you ordered their nachos, they threw it in the fryer, got the skin even crispier, and the chicken skin was the tortillas for the nachos.
Huh.
That is remarkable. Hickory Pit used to do a dish. Andy, when Andy and I did that food crawl through Sims, we went there and I wanted him to try that. They were doing the same thing. Basically, they were buying the skin that got pulled off of boneless thighs, and it would still have a little chunk of thigh meat on it sometimes. They were frying that up in batter and then had 5 or 6 different dipping sauces you could choose from. My favorite was sawmill gravy.
So what's the difference between chicken skin and turkey skin and
Turkey skin's
pork
phenomenal.
rinds?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same pretty much.
Yeah. Now, none of this is healthy. Keep in mind, most of the evil fat in chicken and turkey, the bad fats, the ones that we get too much of, saturated fats, monosaturated fats, all of that is in the skin. And
That's why
which
you
is
have a better
delicious.
skin breast.
Yeah, but that's why you want to. The chicken thigh without skin is healthier than the chicken breast with skin.
Really?
As far as fat, cholesterol, calories, all of that, there's not a big gap. The people that are going for the chicken breast over the chicken thigh
I was about to ask.
either want it because it's a bigger piece of meat and don't care that there's no flavor in it, or they just don't care for dark meat.
I'm about that.
Yeah,
I was about to ask about or dark meat. Is there a difference in?
a little more fat, not
Okay.
much, just a little bit more. But with the chicken breast, you've got the concentration of every one of those heinous chemicals they put in that chicken to make it big, fast. and
Yeah,
get to
Right,
market.
right.
It's all concentrated in the breast.
I was at an opening of a wine bar somewhere once upon a time.
Chunchula, Alabama.
No, they're not quite there yet. They're
Not
so
hard.
mapping it out. What they did, they took thighs and they made a pate.
Oh, really?
They took the skin
Mhm.
and baked it to
Yeah.
make a crunchy cracker,
Make a chip out
and
of it.
then they set the chip or the cracker on top of the dish with the pate.
I've never heard it. That sounds phenomenal.
I think it was West.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. West, good.
I think it
Weston
was him.
Simpson was the chef that helped open Poor Baby,
Okay.
and then he took a run at his own place, W downtown, right when the economy was starting to tank. And last time I saw him is working in the Mardi Gras store. Taking a break.
I saw him at Lemoyne's.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's right. He's at
Yeah.
Lemoyne's, but he's working in front of the house.
Great
Love that.
great time to get a great fashion style about him too.
Yeah.
he dresses real
Well,
good.
he was on one of those 20 most beautiful people in Alabama under 20 or under 30 or whatever those are.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Super nice guy.
Respect Weston. Very inventive chef, very talented. Would like to see him helm the kitchen again, but I understand if he's.
Hey, one day it might be.
Yeah.
I think he can do it all.
Yeah,
I think he can
I would
front end,
never
front end, back end.
completely say I would never own another place, but I'm going to have deep pockets to do it. I'm not going to try to do it on my own again.
Big question.
Yeah.
To me, it's a big
They
question.
make opening a small business. Every state is like this country. Neither party likes small business owners. They hate them. Republicans want to hire them, and Democrats want them beholden to the government. But when you are a small business owner, you have a power that government doesn't want you to have, and that is you don't have to rely on them. So they make it as difficult as possible for you to start a business. I've lived through it. And Mike has well. He started small businesses.
Well, it's like they want you to open up, but they with all the regulations there, they don't want to put you out of business.
Yeah, it should
at the same time.
Here's a reform every state should have. The first year a small business is open, they should have no tax burden, period. The city does state, county, they don't deserve a penny that first year. Make their investment be in making sure that small business succeeds. Then you can hit them with taxes starting in the second year. But the first year should be tax-free.
Makes sense.
The state should not be benefiting by someone trying to start a business and it not working. They shouldn't make a profit from that.
Jarhead, go ahead.
I bet Jarhead agrees with that.
Yeah, I do. But did I just hear you guys say somebody was selling fried chicken skin?
Yeah. Yeah, the Hickory Pit and Sims used to have it on the menu. I just don't think it went on.
Actually, too, in Rouse's, and there was a company selling fried chicken skins, like pork skin, but it was fried chicken. I haven't seen them, but they're expensive. They were expensive when they were out there.
Let me say, guys, now if people want to eat good and they want to go to say KFC or whatever and get them a nice chicken breast and get that skin pulled off there and sell that package up, I would buy it every day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like I said, Hickory Pit used to have it, and not enough people bought it, I think, so Brandon took it off the menu. But it was phenomenal. And Jarhead, I'm telling you, they didn't just fry the chicken skin, they dipped it in batter and then fried it. Son, that was good.
Fry the chicken and then pull the skin off of it, and then you can have the
Yep.
good lean meat. Just give me the steak-up skin.
What I've had was, and I've done this at home too. I put it on a parchment paper and just bake it in the oven with salt and pepper. Just that simple.
And that is a key element if you want to try that at home, Jarhead, or any of the listeners at home, all five of you. As if you make your own cracklings, whether it be pork skin, duck skin, chicken skin, you have to put salt on it. It is inedible without salt. But once you put the salt on there, it totally changes the flavor. It is crucial in doing any kind of skin with it.
By the way, Randy here in Texas, hey guys, what about carrots as far as releasing the nutrients when they are cooked? I love raw
That's a
carrots,
good
but
question.
Cooked carrots.
You say carrots? I love grilled carrots.
Yeah, let me take a look real quick. Mike, you keep talking and I'll look that up.
I was eating peanuts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now I will say broccoli. You should always cook your broccoli. Broccoli has a really harmful toxin in it.
I like the young carrots with the stalk still on them. Oh my God, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, there's a toxin in broccoli?
Yeah, it's very raw broccoli is very
raw
toxic. Yeah. Now I understand you may like it, the crunchiness. Here's how you
It's
do
not
that.
cauliflower, broccoli.
Right.
Okay.
Here is how you get that wonderful crunchiness you love about broccoli and make it healthy. Drop it into boiling water for 30 seconds and then into ice water, that's called blanching.
Okay.
And what you're doing is that toxin's going to immediately be kicked out. The other thing you're going to notice is the green of that broccoli is going to be vibrant, very vibrant. And that's because now all of your nutrients are right there at the surface, ready to go. It'll still be crispy, but Now, to get sick from eating raw broccoli, you'd have to eat like 5 pounds in a sitting.
Okay, that's kind of where I was.
But if you ate 5 pounds of broccoli in one sitting, you would probably die. I mean, it's that bad.
Sick anyway.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
nothing else.
Oh
You
my
spend
God.
all week in the bathroom. Nobody want to sit in the car with you. 251-343-0106. We'll be back one last second. Now we'll have that carrot.
Yeah.
You gotta take those away. man.
Checkup Monday at 1:50.
Dang it, Mike, it's sample, dude.
Yep. Here it goes. Yes.
Somebody lead them back there, I promise.
Carrots are more nutritious when cooked because cooking breaks down the cell walls, making the body better able to absorb beta carotene,
For more than
a
50
precursor to
years,
vitamin A.
Magazine
However,
has shown
cooking
the
can
history,
reduce
style,
water-soluble
dining, and
vitamins like
entertainment
vitamin
that
C,
defines excellence on both
which
sides of
there's a
Mobile
lot of
Bay.
vitamin C
Each
in
month's
here.
issue is filled with our unique
So the
Southern
best
Alabama
approach is to
culture,
eat a
beautifully
mix
captured
of
and
both
told through
raw and
engaging
cooked
articles
carrots
and
to
stunning
get the full range of
photography.
nutrients.
When you
Well, I
subscribe
do.
to
I
Mobile
do.
Bay
I like
Magazine,
doing
you'll be
the
swept into
carrots,
the pages
like
for recipes,
al
familiar places, and
Al
faces,
dente.
and
How
unknown
long it would
stories
be
about.
with the food.
Start your journey
Not too
today
thin.
by visiting
Come on, Mike, you're Italian. You should be
mobilebaymag.com.
better than
That's
this. You drink a lot of wine.
mobilebaymag.com.
Have you ever gone to the grocery store hungry? Big mistake.
Every
Next thing you know,
time.
you're in the kitchen unloading all
I
the
didn't
stuff
hear
you
what the
didn't
question
need,
was.
saying, what did I
Never
do?
really
That's
go
kind
to
of
the
like someone
grocery
who
store
goes into
hungry.
retirement without a plan. You filed for Social Security too early. You start pulling from your
There's a
savings. 2
noticeable,
years later, you look at your balance and say,
difference
what
in
did I
spending.
do?
Difference.
Gary Gardner of Relaxing Retirement Management is here to help with a complimentary retirement
So,
You know,
review.
what you
Yeah,
buy, that's a whole different
Saying,
story.
what did I do?
What
You
meat I
confidently say,
buy? I try
here's
not to
what
buy
I'm
any
doing.
frozen meat.
Call Gary
Like my
today,
grandfather.
251
But I'm in the grocery store every day
810
anyway.
and
Well,
ask
last
for that
week I had
retirement
this
review
craving,
at no
and I
charge.
went,
That's 251
mistakenly
810-8890 or
I wound up
online at
buying chili cheese,
relaxretire.com.
Frito chips,
Investment advisory
hamburger,
products and services
and
made
queso
available to
cheese. That was
Anheuser-Busch
lunch.
LLC, registered investment
Dude, my
advisor.
ears were
Relax
ringing
Retirement
for a week.
Management is used for other purposes
All
that
that
should not be
salt.
seen as
I ain't gonna wait
investment
Dixon today. I
results
did
or
order.
reservation.
A lot of times they start putting their meat market
To
their meat
report
down.
an emergency crime,
And
call the
I'm
Mobile
gonna
County
get
Sheriff's
some
Office at
London boil.
574-8633 or use
Jerky
the online
can
crime
make
tip
some
form
jerky
at
out of it.
Mike makes fine jerky.
mobilebays.com/crime-tips. If you'd like to remain
You wouldn't know it
anonymous,
because he
please
hasn't
provide as
made
much
it.
information
It's
as
been a
possible.
long
For
time.
this and other safety tips, visit
Makes fine barbecue
mobilebays.com.
sauce too. but you wouldn't know.
Advertising. It's
And
how
I
you
done that
encourage
since
people to buy your
before,
products. Their business for
1990.
Imagine being handed a
We
microphone.
have,
to
but I
speak
got
from
people
the
calling me
stadium
all the
of
time.
50,000
Apple Market
to
calls
say
me
about your
all the time.
FM Talk 106.5 can put you in front of that audience.
So the only thing stopping you from making money
right
is
there,
making an
dude.
effort.
An effective
I need
advertising
the
campaign.
space and I need the money to buy the bottles. I got labels, but
Prefer to patronize
and I
local
can get the
businesses
uh,
like yours.
ingredients. I need the bottles.
435-7249.
Got a nice rondo to cook it
FM
into.
Talk 106.5 can
Ain't
help
even
increase
used it
your
yet.
No, I
business.
know I need
Hi,
bigger
this is
than that.
Gordon Dean.
We'll
Join
bring
me
my
on
back
Sundays
I
for
see a
This Morning,
stainless
America's
steel
First
one,
News.
30
Hear
gallon
the
stainless
stories
steel
you've been
one.
talking about and searching for all day. As we go beyond the
We
headlines
need all
and
four
above the
burners.
Still,
chatter,
it's still
your first
hot.
look at breaking news.
So it's not a rondo, it's not a chef
Washington
pan.
politics,
Well,
technology,
it's a stainless
entertainment,
steel.
entrepreneurship, and sports.
I don't want to do
We
one. You
explain
can't do
why
one with no acid in
matter.
there.
That's why we are
Hey,
referred to as
Steve,
the most important and
reread the
relevant
query.
radio program.
Carrot question when we
Join
come
us
back.
weekdays for This Morning, America's First News.
To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
We are back, and I'm going to have Steve reread a question we had before the break because I have the answer now. It's an intriguing question. I really like the answer.
Yeah, Randy, I said, hey guys, what about carrots as far as releasing the nutrients when they are cooked? I love raw carrots, but despise cooked carrots.
All right, here's what I found. Now, to me, the best part of a pot roast is the carrot. It's even better than the roast. But I understand some people don't care for cooked carrots. But yes, carrots are more nutritious when cooked because cooking breaks down the cell walls, making the body better able to absorb beta carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. However, cooking can reduce water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C. So the best approach is to eat a mix of both raw and cooked carrots to get the full range of nutrients.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of
vegetables.
vegetables.
Beta carotene is pretty important.
Yeah, it really is. That's what makes the carrot orange.
Right.
It's fantastic for your
heart
eyes.
and your heart.
Yeah. Like it says, precursor to vitamin A.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, Randy.
yeah.
You know, you learn something every week on this show. Learn something.
We
Yeah,
do
I've
know.
learned how many peanuts you can eat in a freaking sitting.
While we're on the subject of carrots,
I'm picking.
prior to the commercial production of carrots, most of the time when a person ate a carrot, it was purple.
Really?
Now, orange was a rare variation.
Mm.
It does not taste as good. It doesn't have as many nutrients, but you know what it does? It allows you to grow a whole lot of it, and it lasts a long time in store.
Is it in other words, it's a hybridization?
It's just another variation.
It clashes with purple cabbage in coleslaw.
Well,
You can't have purple carrots and purple cabbage in coleslaw.
No,
I don't know.
how would you do that?
Coleslaw.
You Americanized bums. That sounds interesting.
Tomatoes, for the most part, are not round and red. That was created in the laboratory. They wanted them to look like apples. You ever see what they call the heirloom tomatoes? They will be multiple colors. The shapes are funky. Nowhere near as many seeds. There's a lot more flesh in a heirloom tomato. I love heirloom tomatoes. Mr. Stripey is a good one, which is like green and yellow stripes naturally.
I was introduced to the hydroponic idea. Hydroponic.
Yeah.
Where these things got huge. Is that?
That was that technique was developed at Tuskegee Institute here in the state of Alabama as a partnership with NASA to work on ways to grow vegetables in zero gravity. And I used to have a hydroponic desktop thing. I'm trying to the Arrow Garden.
Right.
Highly recommend it. Simon Majumdar has one, and he grows his herbs in his apartment in LA with one. I grew herbs with mine. Great to start your seeds out in and then move them
to ground
because they get controlled light, they get controlled nutrition. There's no dirt involved with them. What is happening is you're recirculating water that runs over the roots that you have added the nutrients that plant needs to the water. Great technique.
Back in the 70s, before you were born, I worked for
Mike was a senior.
In high school.
I'm a citizen.
I worked for Del Champs, and we started getting those tomatoes in, and they were growing over off DIP at one time. They had a big greenhouse. Of course, there are greenhouses down there at the end of DIP. They're at Fowl River, Fish River, Dog River. But these things were perfect. Not a flaw on them.
And because they're kept free of insects.
So we went there and looked at it and to see how, because I worked in produce then and in high school. And so we were invited to come by and look at it. It was a great operation.
And if it's December, a hydroponic tomato is a great option. If it is July, you're settling for a second-rate tomato to eat a hydroponic because
they grow in the garden,
Well, actual soil and actual sunlight are always going to be better than simulated soil and simulated sunlight.
There's a thing in Disney and Epcot. They have all of that. That's the first time I ever saw the.
They sold me beer when I was 18 there.
So anyway, the idea was really intriguing to me. And then then I saw later on they had the little kits that you could buy at, Kmart or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the idea of doing all vegetables, carrots,
carrot be a little different though.
It was interesting.
Yeah, because it's a root, it's a tuber. It needs to be buried in soil.
Yeah. But I'm just saying they had beans, they had everything, and it was all like
I would think Bill Finch would be the person to ask about that. If you ever talked, I don't know if you've ever talked to Bill before.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But he's fairly
every week before the show.
Yeah. And I would think that tubers probably need to be in soil because they're a root.
Yeah.
Just like a rhizome, like ginseng or horseradish.
Or garlic.
Garlic is a bulb. The onion part is underground. Is the I've never noticed. Is the garlic bulb above ground? Could be anyone that lives in Gilroy, California.
I do not know.
For those who don't know, Gilroy is the garlic capital of the world. Every year they have a garlic festival. If you remember the old Disney teen show with the two skateboarders, Hutch and Luther.
Speaking of old.
Yeah. Well, it's 10 years ago. It was just 10 years ago. Hutch Dano was the star. It was like Luther and somebody. But they lived in Gilroy, California. And they were spitting garlic trivia all the time because it's,
That's
largest
right.
producer of garlic in the world. Answer. People always say that you notice as a chef gets older, they really just start loving vegetables.
You're that guy?
Yeah. Because you start learning how different they are, or produce, let's say produce. Because like you said earlier, tomato, cucumber, those are fruit.
Right.
Jalapeno pepper, that's a fruit. So it's
What?
produce. Yeah.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, it's berry.
Oh, it's a bear.
Yeah, it's in the
Oh,
berry family.
I
All your
prefer-
chilies are in the
I
berry.
prefer to grill all my vegetables. I really will.
Really,
Except my green beans. I'm not gonna,
in spring.
or my peas will fall through the cracks.
Yeah, that's true. Leave them in the pod. Do you think about that? Don't snap your snap beans. Mike's sitting here thinking now. Holy
Yeah, I
cow.
can smell it.
Well, nah, he went to Crystal last night.
No, I didn't.
Vegetables and produce
Smash
is
burger
very
was it?
interesting. If you really are interested in the scientific aspect, there's a book called On Food and Cooking that was written by a scientist and literature degree who just, he wasn't a chef. He wanted to learn about it, but he did it book wise. And I'm just drawing a blank to the author's name. If you're a chef, you know this book.
What's it called?
On Food and Cooking. Roger, I almost got the name. I'm old, y'all. Memory fades. But
Says Harold McGee.
yeah, Harold McGee. That's right. Mario Batali once said, "You don't need to go to culinary school. Get in the kitchen and cook. Go home and read Harold McGee. And you'll be a chef." The first chapter of that is on dairy, and it's absolutely fascinating. Then I got to the chapter on poultry. An egg goes from an unfertilized, in a chicken, goes from an unfertilized cell to an egg you can eat in 24 hours. Mike's passing out. He's falling asleep. But yeah, an egg is an
I'm
unfertilized
still
cell.
thinking about the garlic, if it's above ground or below ground. I'm sitting here
Google
thinking,
it. It's Mike. You've got
we
the
got
answer
we
right
got Steve.
Mike's gotten so bad now he can't even lift his cell phone. Too much pressure.
Like a bulb.
Yeah, it's a bulb. I just don't know if it, like Brussels sprouts. Have you ever seen?
Yes, it says garlic is a bulb. We've answered it before.
Well, I knew it was a bulb. Is it above?
All right. Well, folks, get out there.
Tune in next week to find out the answer. Save fat time.
Get out
Save
there.
fat channel.
Get out there and support local, be local, buy local, support all your local business.
Especially those that specialize in
provolone.
I like ice cream.
What's this?
I don't know if it's because I didn't sleep last night or I'm having a speech.
Bobcat, the hardest working industrial air compressors.
Yes,
are now
garlic is a
available
bulb.
at
Stroking out.
Mechanical Services of
Or
Mobile.
head.
Learn
Seriously.
how lifelong Bobcat
No,
agreements
no.
with the industry's best warranties can keep your operation.
You don't want to interrupt the feed.
MobileMechanicalServices.com.
There it is. The 2025 meeting at the mine.
Always begging. No, the main garlic bulb grows underground, but the green stalks and leaves grow above it. So just like that.
Music. Spend a week on our
Oh,
show.
very funny
Like
song.
Sandy Shore. Enjoy life.
I'm just